Alright, we are getting ready to roll off in a minute. Qualified 6th, so I'm happy with that. And just ahead of Gavin, it looks like my dad has not found speed, but he also went mountain biking today, and I'm guessing he is a bit worn out. Luckily, not that long of a race. Only 150 miles, so only 60 laps, less laps than we did at Mid-Ohio. So this one's going to be quick as long as we don't have too many cautions. And cautions are going to eat up things, or eat up laps, so let's hope we don't have to do too many of those, and just have a good race. We got a good group of people. Everyone should know how everyone drives. But I've not been in traffic yet. So we're going to be a little slow while we figure that out. But yeah, 60 laps. Alright, grid up and get ready to go. Oh, we got this stupid grid. I forgot about this. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, if this goes green for all 60 laps, we're going to have a interesting race. I don't even know what we can do for laps on a fuel tank, so let's hope everyone makes the grid, because it's only a 1-minute join.
You have 3 additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
So, you can pit for tires 3 times. I doubt you're going to need to even pit more than twice.
One lap to green. Line up on the outside. Pit road is closed. Jetstar 62 car.
The blend line is absolutely terrible here. It is going to be very painful if we're doing green flag stops and you're coming out in traffic. Gavin, if you're watching, should I start in 4th gear here? Sorry, I had to take that swipe. But yeah, we got actually pretty cool air temps, because it's an early race at noon, and it's windy. We got a 15-mile-an-hour wind from the northwest, which I don't know what direction that is, so maybe we can find a flag to look at, but I hope we can have a good one. Hopefully everyone can have fun. I don't know how the field is still catching up back there. Got some people 9 seconds behind. Second gear start for us. Looks like everyone's caught up. I definitely do not want to do 2 initial pace laps here. It's just that starting grid, the way it works, is so slow for everyone to get going. Scott is going, and it is race time.
Inside. Still there. Still inside. Still there, inside. Clear inside. Car inside.
Trying to hit the wall. Gavin is on our inside. I think he's backed off. Maybe. We're going to just have to back off a bit here. I don't want to go too wide. He has decided to put the caution tape on his tailgate after getting ran over multiple times. I think he's like 3 for 3 now. the last 3 races of getting ran over at some point in the race. I know Gateway in Mid-Ohio. And maybe Nashville. So we can make it to halfway, it's showing, or even further. Get a better reading once we get this lap in. Which means you can make it through both stages on a tank of fuel, possibly. Tire wear shouldn't be too much of an issue. You're going to have the normal drop-off, but we're not going to be eating tires up here. A little loose there. I don't know if that was wind affecting it or what. Way looser than I had been. 4.756. But yeah, it's going to spread out. And I mean, it's kind of good that it's short if we go green the whole way, because it's going to kind of get road course boring, where you're just very spread out. I'm hoping we can break the draft and drop everyone behind us. Damn, we are getting loose there. I guess that's good, though. Don't want to be too tight coming onto the longest straight. So yeah, you can get to halfway, so it could be a one-stop race. Obviously, real life's not going to have that because they're going to have a caution at lap 15 and then waste like 3 or 4 laps, and then have another caution at lap 30 and waste 3 or 4 laps, so they're really not going to get a whole lot of racing in real life. But I feel comfortable with where we're at. Our goal is get good points to stay near the top of the regular season standings. That way we can get some decent playoff points. We've got our playoff points from the win and a stage win. I don't know if we're going to get another win before the playoffs, because I think we're actually 1 race away. Like, this is... we got this race and then another one, and then it's playoff time? Possibly. Cape's going to have to show back up, but he's given away about 7 points so far on playoff points, but he's got so many from wins and stages that it's not going to matter too much. Unless he just has some bad luck once we get into the playoffs, so you never know. Alright, Ryan, please don't run over Gavin. He's going to cross him over, and they're going to cost us a bit of time as they go side by side. Hopefully that doesn't allow everyone to catch up into the draft range behind us. We've got to 1.5. This is going to slow us down. We'll go with Gavin.
Inside. Still there at the bottom. 55.42. Clear.
That did get everyone back into draft range on Ryan. So we're going to have to try to drop them again. Looks like we dropped Ryan quite a bit in that corner. We did lose the draft ahead, so Gavin's going to be a little bit slower. We're just going to ride behind him, try to work back into that draft range and away from Ryan behind us. Ryan is really dropping off. Not sure why he is. That's a bit strange, because maybe he's just saving tires. Maybe he knows something I don't. It's my first lap, so we have no idea what's really going to happen, but it's looking like we could possibly pit at lap 28 and maybe try to undercut. But we're already closing in on halfway in this stage. Lap 15 at the end of it is the end of stage 1, so this one is going to go really quick. Feel a little bit of handling coming into play. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Let's put this up and just kind of see what we're falling off to. That was way too slow through there. Don't know why I lifted so much. Yeah, it is tightening up though in 3 or 5 and 6, whichever one you want to call it. We got someone coming out of the pits up here. Push. We've got smoke from someone getting loose. I don't know if that's the person that just came out of the pits. Looks like it. Center, and he is headed back into the pits, so not sure if he's having handling issues and is wrecked or what. 55.021. James, though, catching up with us. He's running the higher line in 1 and 2, or 1. Gavin doesn't quite get the run he needs through there. Oh, he almost gets the wall. Looks like James is doing pretty well. He's kind of just tagged on to the back of us. He's stayed about a second from Ryan this whole time. Take a big lift off here. I didn't want to be too close to Gavin. Through the corner, tunnel turn. This should be the Indy turn. I'm sure it's got a formal name, but it's the one designed after Indy. I'm pretty sure. Wheel is loose. Sorry, Gavin, it's tight on my wheel. Not that it affected him, but he's probably wondering why I didn't follow him. Ryan might be starting to push to get playoff points. Two laps away. And we're back to getting a little loose there. I'm not going to worry about stage points here. That is not my concern at the moment. If Ryan goes past us, we'll let him go past us. We're just bad in 3. That's our weakness right now. We're down to 1.1 or 1.2 seconds off pace from what we started with. But you don't have enough laps to make up any of that, really. So short pitting is going to be key. You just gotta do it right, and we're close enough to the leader that we're not going to get lapped, but we're going to be looking at that probably around lap 28, and just not worry about stage points and try to make up 2 seconds. But that's the end of stage 1. We're looking to add, well, we got to think. If we pit and we don't have draft, we're going to be using much more fuel, so we got to also think about that. But kind of just stuck right here. Gavin's better than us through 3, and it's kind of preventing us from doing anything. Big tight there. 2.3 now back to James, so he has fallen off since we all started pushing right at the end of the stage. Turn for me. Big tight. Bad exit. the higher line. That did not work out. But we've got the draft to save us on exit. We should be able to go through here much harder than we have been, since we're not as close to Gavin. We're quicker than Gavin through here, but then he's quicker through 3. Looks like he's driving in harder than us and just getting through the corner better, so. Brake, try to drive in deeper here. Didn't really work. The brakes to the rear a bit more. Gavin got through there better than he had been. Seems like we're catching Colton and Alex. Gavin got a bad push there. We got loose, so it all evens out. Just stuck. Not enough power, and it's just a bit odd how these trucks race here. We are going to pit in. Oh, what are we going to do here? How much do we risk it? It's fairly tight on fuel if we go lap 29 or 28. We are catching Colton. We were until we got massively tight there. Ryan's got a huge run now. Not a great exit. We got the draft though.
Still there, inside.
He just backs off. And I'm gonna put it in the wall almost. Trying to drive through there quicker than I had. Letting Gavin just pull away from us. Ryan gets a bad exit though somehow.
56.281.
Alright, so we can't push it very hard. Tires are not feeling great. I think we're going to pit at the end of lap 28 just to try something. Gavin, though, is slowly catching Colton as he gaps us a bit more. He's got a big push, though, again. Not as bad as us, though.
Car inside. Still there at the bottom. Clear. 56.2.
Oh well, we're going to be pitting earlier than them, so not too big of a deal. Now I can just back it off through the center and use their draft to hopefully keep me up with them. Colton's making a pass on Alex. That might slow them both down and help Gavin get into draft range. Alex gets a good run on the outside. We are losing touch here.
56.466.
Time's really dropped off now. We're about 2 seconds slower, so we can make up 4 seconds if someone is worried about stage points. They might beat us in total points for the race, but we need to do something anyways because we've clearly hurt the tires with those couple of tight moments. .7 off pace.
56.313.
Gavin should start sniffing the draft in front of him. Hopefully Ryan doesn't run him over again. Because of the three, Ryan's been the guy twice. Gavin should start getting draft. We're going to lose. I mean, we've already lost these guys' draft. But they won't be able to react to our early pit. And I'm guessing most of them are going to be going focused on lap 30 for the stage. Gavin got a big tight. We need 17 gallons of fuel. Which means that we need enough room in the tank for that. So that would be 1.7 gallons left in our tank. Colton trying for the pass again. We're still going to go for it though on this lap pit. Try to gain some track position. Should be able to make it from here. I don't think anyone else is going to be pitting ahead of us until the end of lap 30. So on lap 31. So we're going to head on down now. See how many others do it. Try not to speed. See how this works for us.
Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
All right, tires, 6473. Matthias has dropped down with us as well.
We're done. Get going.
Back of the pack is spread out enough. James actually pit a lap before us. 2 laps before us. Maybe though with the draft we don't gain that much, because he did not gain a lot on us, but I don't know. Could be a bad idea. Oh yeah, we're flying. We're gonna gain a ton of time on them. We don't even need to push it that hard to gain a ton of time on them. Or we can just self-spin. So they are on lap. They might, I don't know. I don't know who's going to cross the line first. If they'll still get stage points, but they might not get, or not, yeah, they'll still get stage points, but if someone stays out and they don't get to the line on pit road first, then they're not going to get the playoff point for the stage win, so it'll be interesting to see who crossed where there.
We're halfway in the race. 54.692.
We made some jumps. Up to third, essentially.
The lead is pitting now.
I'm gonna guess that's Gavin, because he didn't come out with Ryan and them, but maybe he's further back. Nope. Looks like, well, no, it was Tyler. And we get a yellow. That's going to make things interesting. And hopefully the people on pit road don't get completely screwed over. Guys, you got to catch the pace car. Come on. Let's go. It's a big ass track. Well, the good news is we haven't done that many laps. Bad news is someone wrecked. But it ruins our track position play. Gavin's all the way back to 8th. And now everyone is on fresher tires than us and right on us. We're at least for sure good on fuel now, but yeah, kind kind of screws up our plan of getting a nice gap. So, taking a look at the standings. Not sure who was involved in it.
Pit road is now open.
But yeah, track position has been a clear advantage. James is pitting. That is not going to be good news for him. But he was on the oldest tires, so...
Car 51, got the lucky dog. Let them past on the outside.
Got a few others at the back pitting, just getting fresh tires. But this probably ends up making us drop all the way back to 7th again, for sure. Whereas we had about a 6 or 7 second gap over that. Must have been maybe John Lewis. He's still sitting on pit road, so he might have got some damage. And now it's going to get a little more aggressive. We still got a long ways to go, but people now know that track position plays a big role, but Ryan also proved that saving the tires a little bit helped, so.
One to go, next time by 0.325. You'll be lining up on the inside.
So Shane has made his way up to 8th place. Ian's made some moves up to 11th. He kind of qualified poorly, so Tyler's not having a good race. He's in 20th, but he was also the very last to pit, I think. So he lost all of that, and then the caution came out. So kind of unfortunate, but I think he was going to be dropped back there no matter what, so. Now we might try something a little tricky at the end of this. If we feel like we want to go for another win, we might just randomly pit with 5 to go. Caution comes out, everyone else is going to pit, and we're going to be at the front. Or if caution comes out and no one pits, we're going to be flying past them. So we might try something like that if I decide that I want to go for a win. If I was crew chief and Gavin, he's solidly in points, but it would be better if he got a win. I'd probably tell him to do something like that.
Pace car is off.
left.
923 outside. Stay low. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
That could have been bad.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
This is going to be bad for Dylan.
Keep low.
Well, he's going to get the draft, though.
Keep low.
Well, Scott's going to come give us the draft to keep us side by side here.
Still there. Outside is clear.
But, like I said, it's going to be a little tougher racing now. For go time, we could have made our last pit stop there. We definitely don't have the speed to stay up here. I mean, hopefully I've learned something in that first run, but yeah, we can't be pushing the nose like we just did there, because we're going to go backwards even worse than we did in the first run. So I need to not try to catch and just try to keep the tires on it. Luckily we can get through the tunnel turn good, but it looks like Dylan's really good through there as well. Just need to not overdrive turn 1. But Dylan lost out big time with me getting stuck in front of him. Better there. A little too high on entry there. It's going to snap on me a bit. Luckily Dylan didn't get through there very good. But we're so bad in 3 that no matter what we do everywhere else, the car with no draft in front of us is going to pull away more and more and more. Double swing at it. Got a little loose. And again, a double swing on corner entry there, and we're getting loose on exit. We have closed a bit on Scott, amazingly. On the gas too early there. I think if we start falling back, we'll do the hope for a yellow pit. But if we're running top 5, we'll go for points. but I have a feeling we're going to drop back because we're having to push it much harder than we did in the first run. And I blew that corner. Could have got through there better. Luckily I was able to save it a bit, but did not go how I needed it to go. Throttle early. Need to be careful about that. That's how we ruin the right front. Scott is just extremely strong. Starting to get some gaps behind Dylan. That could be Ryan saving tires again. I'm starting to feel the tires go. But we've got the track position, so we've got a bit of an advantage. I mean, I feel good that we're on a little bit older tires and doing this well. But the long cool down period over the caution also helped. Bobble. Center. I know it didn't look like a push. It barely felt like one, but those small little things are going to end up hurting me if I have them happen too many times, because it'll just start heating up and heating up and heating up, and then it won't cool down enough on the long straight. Scott's able to pull away quite a bit there. I don't know, we're not doing terrible. Is on pit road. Yeah, stupid little stuff like that is not going to help us get the truck unbalanced, start waving all over the place in the corners. Can't be doing that. No need trying to hold him off, it'll just slow us down. little aero tight there. Smooth inputs all the way through the turn. We just have this like roadblock where we can't close in on anyone. It's like the dirty air is just way too hard to break through, and then someone passes you and you can't even stay on their nose or on their bumper because the dirty air just won't let you. Shane up to 6th. Oh, Shane into the wall hard. Seen that in the mirror. Someone was way high. Just ate it. It was a red car, and he is no longer in 6th. And I overdrove one there. Alright, looks like we're going to be playing the pit at lap 55 and hope for a caution. Just going backwards at this point. But we'll see. We'll see what position we're in. We might still be able to hold on to 3rd or 4th, but it feels like it's going away. Yeah, it's going away. Big, long slide there. It's just not sticking. Used to be able to just chuck it through there and it just slid. Did an okay exit. Dylan's closing on him. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to get to him, but slide, big slide, and worst time for the slide there. Tires are gone. We can get 4th. We got a 2nd gap. I know the chances of a caution are very slim, but yeah, I mean, we're still pulling away from 4th or 5th, so we can take the boring route and get points. The 3rd place would be good, a 4th place would be good. But I like to do some crazy strategy stuff. We've got the win. got on it too early there. They're so far ahead that it's not going to matter if we don't go chase them. That corner. Oh, we're good on fuel by a lap. There's one thing, if we do this pit, we do want to take a little bit of fuel, because it'll be a green-white checkered if it pays off. I don't think I'm going to do it, but just to be prepared in case I screw up. .6 ahead of Colton. Dylan has closed in on the bumper of Scott. They get racing side by side, you never know what can happen. I just can't overdrive corners like that. Dylan got a bad run through the tunnel turn. Got a really bad run through the final turn. Ate the wall.
56.134. You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Go in too shallow and easy into one there. And I both pushed it really hard through there. Get it off the corner. Dylan has another issue off of 3. 1.1 to Scott. Had to park it down. Ah, fuck, we got tight. And that is 4th place. Got way too tight there. Ryan's gonna check out now. Luckily, we've got 2 seconds. We just need to underdrive this thing and take our 4th place as I fuck up that corner. 1.5 seconds.
2 left to go. 2 to go. 56.925.
We can hold the gap as long as we don't hit the wall. Jesus, the right front is just dead. Like, look how much I've slowed down. We are losing time. Like, that was a light switch moment. That was bad. But white flag is coming up. I'm amazed that we're actually up here. So the early pit paid off. Not quite the way I thought it would, but it all works out. There's not going to be a caution, so thankfully we didn't do that move.
56.641. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Alex looking to get past Colton. They're side by side. Colton's got the high side. He's not going to have the draft, but he gets to run off the corner. Dylan, 0.3 behind Scott. He's not going to be able to do much unless Scott screws up 2 or hits the wall off a 3, but he shouldn't need to push it too hard. Dylan's the one that's been having issues off the corner. They are like 3 wide behind us. And I will take 4th place. Great race, only 1 caution. Very short race though, only an hour long.
Good job, very good job.
And that was with a bit of warm up and pace lap. So we get lucky there though. 4th place. We gave up some stage points, so we're probably going to get like 8th or something in overall points, but not too big of a deal. We gained position, so what were the tires there? 68, so it's not as bad as I thought, and we lost it now. I think it was 68.71, so yeah, not bad. Where did my dad end up? Wow, he gained all the way up to 16th. And it looks like Rick and Blair had issues, and Michael might have had issues. Let's go and take a look. Let's take a look at what all happened out there. See if anything. Anything at the back. We got Grady's gonna get the wall. That was a big wall hit. And my dad and the 71 come together as they're 3 wide. John is headed for that wall. Oh, and he is headed for the other wall. Well, he evened the car out at least. Nick looks to be a little loose, and then big bobble and into the wall. Steven, little wall tap. And Ian is headed to the wall very quickly. Kind of was in his blind sight as well. Dylan That was a really bad end of the wall. Grady down on the rumble strips and still gonna find a way to get the wall? Nope. Colton now. This is on lap 30. And nothing happened there. Grady's coming out of the pits, and he's on the apron. Okay. Thought he was going to spin there, but it is Blair that brings out the caution. No? Yes? No? Yes? Could have saved that, but apparently there is someone teaching everyone to slam on the brakes and just stop, but that brings out the yellow. And then what do we have going on here? This is the restart. Oh, they're 3 wide. Alex throws it in very late there, and that catches everyone off guard. Somehow they all stay alive, and Alex pays the price for it. But it was his own fault. Or no, Rick pays the price for it. That was a bit too aggressive there, probably, but it was one of those where he had it made up in his mind that he was going to go for the pass and just went for it. And here is what I saw in our rearview mirror. Shane hard into the fence. Michael's going hard into the fence. Not sure where he was headed there. Just, I don't know. He's a lap down and having many issues out there. And apparently going to, okay. I don't know if he was racing him really hard or what, but he pulls it into the pits. Brady, don't know what's going on there. And he's going to go for a little wall slam. James, him and my dad are together. He gets a little bit of a bobble there, and then Scott celebrating. Who won stage 2? That is the question I want to know. Who crosses the line with P1? Alright, so Dylan is the leader. Michael is lap down. It's very strange that no one stayed out to get that stage win. And Tyler's not going to get there in time. So, but he gets 6th in stage points. So, that was a bit strange. Who misses out on the stage points then? Because someone would have had to, especially if you're pitting before the line. I don't know. I'll figure it all out. But I can't find who was in 9th at that lap. Okay, there we go. So, maybe Tyler was... Where was Tyler in the running order? He was in 9th. Alex was in 10th. Alex gets 7th, so everyone in the top 10 still got points, just in a little bit different order. But let's take a look at the standings real quick before stage points. And go to the results first just to see. We get 3 caution laps, 3 lead changes. Dylan led 11. Scott leads 48. And they split the stage wins, I believe. And then Scott gets more playoff points with another win. So he is definitely getting his ticket punched to Phoenix pretty well right now. So, yeah, so the issue with my strategy was, yeah, I got 4th, but I didn't get any stage points on that second stage. So, I'm really going to end up probably in 7th behind Gavin. Because he definitely got more than 3 stage points more than me. So, yeah, we got 4th overall, but who cares? So, I probably should have just stayed out, but, you know, it is what it is. But let's take a look at overall points. Colton, Dylan, myself, Scott is closing in on us, and if he gets ahead of us, that's going to take some points away and add more points to him. So we've got to try to stay as close to him as we can, and he might, with the stage points, actually jump up there pretty close, because he's probably going to have 19 stage points there. So he'll be 1 point behind us. Gavin and Tyler still looking good. Cabe is down to 8th now, so he's about ready to not get any regular season playoff points. And then Wesley hasn't fallen far back because Billy and Alan weren't here and Jim wasn't here. So he's still a possibility of taking his win and getting in if he can get into the top 18. I don't think he's going to, though. And, well, the playoff bubble is between Matthias and Alex right now. And, yeah, they are fighting for that final 9th position. So, once we get stage points, Alex might move a little closer there. But it's going to be an interesting one because we go to Richmond. That is the final race, and then we got playoff round 1 where we go 1, 2, 3. The playoff round 2, 1, 2, 3, and then the championship. So 1 race to go. I believe Gavin is now locked in, unless he just doesn't show up. But yeah, Scott has turned it on here at the end of the season and has really made a push. Hope you've been enjoying it. Hope everyone's having fun racing it. Thanks for watching.